Hello, hi Sophie, welcome.
Hello, Hector. Hi.
Great. Hey, I'll tell you what, happy well, yesterday Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, but I
I
think
don't
none of British people will celebrate Thanksgiving.
know. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if Josh was doing that. I guess because he's from America, right? I think he might be
Yeah.
um yeah, it's interesting actually. Just on that thought, Thanksgiving, we have the Mayflower, which is the ship, the galleon that sailed the Mayflower in Plymouth. Plymouth is located in the south of England. The Mayflower ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is the ship that sailed across the ocean to America. Um, and so this is actually there's a replica of this. Um, well, in Plymouth. That's right, in Plymouth. Um, Yeah, Plymouth. So if sorry, just my computer taking a while to come through. So Plymouth, it's in dock. They have a replica, and they try to um, use it, sail it from time to time. I think they have actually sailed this ship, this replica, across to America and back. I think they've done some sort of I don't know, maybe bring awareness or something, or to celebrate a certain anniversary. But yeah, that's right. It's an interesting question. Everyone's been asking me: Do people celebrate this Thanksgiving in the UK? We don't really. It's maybe because the pilgrims, the people that went on there, they wanted to live a separate sort of existence, to independent existence to the UK. They had their own sort of practice. They wanted to live in their own sort of religious path in some ways. And I suppose maybe that's why they weren't really. That maybe they just wanted to separate themselves from the UK. But but it's an interesting story because for 50 years they got along well with the Native Americans. It's one of the few good stories of European settlers in America that got along with the people in America. But unfortunately, a lot of other Europeans, including the British, were not very friendly, unfortunately, in our history. So, but the people and the pilgrims were very, obviously, they were very grateful for the Native Americans to help them survive through winter and get along. So, so credit to them. But yeah, that's right. But you know, it's a funny thing actually, because we've got Black Friday. Do you get anything like this in Taiwan? Black Friday? Is there?
Black Friday?
Yeah.
Not really, I think. But
Oh,
yeah,
right.
I need to look at this.
Right. No, we have Black Friday sales. It's only really grown in the last maybe 10, 15 years. It wasn't really well known, but now Black Friday has grown. We now know more about Thanksgiving. So, you know, we're now starting to become more aware about Thanksgiving, because the Thanksgiving was always at the end of November, but it wasn't clear exactly which is the fourth. Is it the fourth, the last Thursday of November, something like this? But it's not always very exact. But generally, I suppose you know, it just sometimes it flies by. People have got their attention on Christmas, but this comes along as well. So because but Black Friday is now becoming so well known, we're now wondering, why do we have this? Oh, Thanksgiving. And so people are now starting to think more about Thanksgiving. So to answer that question, do we celebrate it? Not really, no, but it is becoming more and more common. It's starting to become more, well, so people are becoming more aware of it. We have this Carberry. ones. Carvery. In the UK, we have what we call a carvery, and there's a lot of carvery types of buffet style. They'll cut the meat a bit like a Christmas meal, and so lots of people are going to carveries as if it was a Christmas, well, Thanksgiving meal. So there's, but it's because it's the Black Friday sales. A lot of people are going to have a meal as well because it ties in with the Black Friday sales, which starts not to just today, but actually for the last week or so. So anyway, it's quite interesting that the Black Friday has brought attention to Thanksgiving. I just wonder if you have anything like a Cyber Monday. I wonder if you get anything like that. We have that coming up next week. Cyber Monday.
Cyber
Anything?
Monday.
Cyber
What's
Monday.
Cyber
Yeah.
Monday.
No, okay. Cyber Monday. The idea is Black Friday is supposed to be you go to the shops. You actually physically
Yes.
go to the shops on Black. But it's a weird thing, isn't it? With the COVID lockdown, it's all getting merged together. But actually, the idea is you go physically shopping on Friday, have a break over the weekend, watch some sport or something, and then on Monday, you actually do your internet shopping. So this is supposed to be internet deals. So lots of stores are offering that, particularly, but they're all doing it now. So I guess, I don't know. I think it's all merged together. It's a bit confusing to me now because it's all the same, really. It's just Black Friday. Black, by the way, means profit in the business color. So black profit. So stores, black means the color black means profit, and
Yes.
and red means debt. So in the black means profit. So it means that lots of people are shopping, and Cyber Monday as well. So it's in the Black Friday. Yeah, that's what it is. So that's. I wanted to ask you another one, which is, have you heard of is it November 11?
Oh yes. I was wondering that I should mention it because like yeah, it's absolutely Asian culture. I think is I have no idea whether it happened in South Korea or Japan, but definitely it happened in Taiwan and China because it is originated from China. Yeah, because
Yeah,
basically 1111 November 11 it means that people are single, people who don't have couple, and so basically people are just basically it becomes like I don't know, kind of like commercial strategy to to it's like kind of provoke people provoke people who want to buy things from every resources that you can buy and things like it. I don't know, it's like you can actually get a lot of discount from a real store, and you can also get a lot of discount from internet. So basically this is the day for shopping. And you know what, I really hate this. I really hate this commercial strategy, especially every time when I entered into the convenience store and I would just see a lot of package, a lot of things pile up, stacked for a lot, stacked for almost a very just yeah, everything will pile out for a very high, very high. Yeah, it's pile up very high and even taller than me, and and it becomes like a chaos because when I entered into the convenience store, there's basically no place, no pathway for me to walk into the convenience store, and it was chaotic. I have to say, I know I
Yeah.
just think
Why
yeah.
is it Singles Day? Does that mean it's just because of the one? Is that why? Is that what
Yeah,
does
one,
is
just
it?
one person because you're not couple means two person, and
Oh,
one is like single because you sing when you're single you're just basically a person, so one. Yeah, basically you're just single.
and I guess that maybe is the bigger market. So is that this when you're single, they spend more because they don't have children or they don't have to pay for look after pay for family and things. You just more or less
Yeah,
pay yourself, and it's you got more money to spend. I mean, I think it makes sense. I think it's good to kind of. Unfortunately, we don't have 22 months. Otherwise, we'll have 2222, but that's couples. But I don't think it's not going to work now. Unless they have it. What about? Do you think there'd be like 11 and 22? Like 11 and 22. I mean, hey, that's a thought. Singles and doubles or couples. No, we could double it now. Probably doesn't work.
no,
So, in
never
other
gonna
words, yeah,
happen.
the 22nd. There we go. It's for the yes. You can have a singles day, and then you could have singles and couples on the 22nd. There we
No.
go. 12. That's December 12th. So that's 1 and 2. Oh, right. So I suppose it's this. I guess it's just the logo, isn't it? The 1111, 1111. Is it double 11? Is that what you call it? Double 11, or how do you define it? Is it
Yeah, we prefer to call it double 11.
double 11? I was thinking so that when I heard that, I thought of Taiwan and National Day 1010. Of course, that's different, but so 1010. 1111 or double 11, I guess
Double
that's
11.
double 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So we get a lot of these slogan. Do you think the quality of the products are very cheap, as in they are cheap price, or are they cheap? I guess they are. I mean, I would imagine what happens with the Black Friday sales, a lot of stores increase the price of the products and then make a big discount. But actually, the initial price was here, but they make it here and make it look bigger. So the discount is a bit of a discount, but not that much. But the price initially was this. Well, initially was this, but then they've increased it here, and then they've made it look like it's a 50% discount. And so people look at the 50% off. I think, wow, but the price itself actually, compared to what it was originally, might be still only 20% off, possibly. So it's a little tricky. There's a bit trickiness going on. Is this really for China, or this is so people in Taiwan can buy these products? I guess so, right? Is the one double 11? Is this for both Taiwan and China or across Asia?
Both China and Taiwan.
Taiwan, China, right? Okay.
Yeah, and it's originated from China, actually.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I wonder what
Because
made
I
them.
don't think that Japanese and Korean will celebrate this day with us. Yeah,
Hmm,
especially I think like Japanese culture, especially Japanese, well, yeah, most of the time they are just they used to excluding foreign culture or people different from them, and this is their culture that you have to be similar to the whole society, or even the same as same, even be the same as whole society. I know whether they will have Black Friday or if it's celebrate Double 11, but I don't think they do really celebrate it.
Oh, no, I think, yeah, I just wondered if there was a certain, I think what it is, I think in China, they call it the festival now, shopping festival. China, I think that's what I had a China student on before. It was like China shopping festival as well. So I think they call it the shopping festival as well. Yes, the China. Oh, so does that mean they're, oh, festival? Does that mean that they have events as well? So they have like television programs about sales. I don't know, maybe all about, yeah, maybe sale. Do you know, it's kind of weird in a way, in essence, that we've got now this Black Friday sales, we've got Cyber Monday sales, and then we've got Christmas sale. Now, talking about now we used to have Boxing Day. Now, Boxing Day was the day after Christmas. Boxing Day is called Boxing Day because in the old days, this is going back over 100 years, Sophie, it's the rich, or should we say the aristocracy, that's
Yes.
the wealthy people, they would give, they'd have their Christmas, but then after Christmas, the day after, they'll give little boxes of gifts to the servants. And so the servants would actually have their Christmas day, if you will. That's called Boxing Day. So that's, they have boxes of gifts, probably food left over or whatever it might be. I don't know. Or maybe presents they don't need, so they give it to their servants, whatever. But that's how it used to be. That's how it. But that used to be a big sell. That used to be the Black Friday. You know, that the Boxing Day used to be our big sale day. But they're now thinking about maybe stopping it and have a break because we're having this now. So there's so much of it. So yeah, we don't hear about it yet. And if I was to look at the Double One sales versus Black Friday, have a look at this. I'll try to find, show you this one here. Bloomberg, right. So the yellow is the Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined. But it is going up gradually. And the gray, of course, is the Singles Day. So really rocketed up, isn't it? This is, it's now more than double. And this is the prediction. Why do you think it's grown so much? Just again, is it just the deals are just so impressive, or what a jump? Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it?
I think maybe perhaps because the idea is from Western culture. I mean, the Black Friday is actually initiated from Western culture, and to be honest, I know it's sometimes it's really unpredictable that when is Black Friday. But if but sometimes when it is Singles Day, everyone knows that it must be November 11th, and people just knew it clearly, because I think that sometimes how like Thanksgiving, I really forgot when when did Americans celebrate. I mean, like, I don't know, like even like the Mother's Day, it also happened during, I don't know, maybe it's on the second
Yeah,
second Sunday or what of the May, in the May, and people here just celebrate celebrate the festival by date. Like if we are going to celebrate our National Day, it will be, 10/10. And if we are going to have a festival, it will be November 11th. And yeah, just we prefer to have a date rather than just, during a week, a specific timing in a month. We just have a specific date and people just know it clearly.
Yeah, I think the fathers in Taiwan are quite lucky because you've got
Yeah,
babas.
it's August 8th. August 8th and
Was it double, I don't know, you call it double eights, Father's Day, Taiwan. Is it only in Taiwan, isn't it? I think.
yeah, it's only in Taiwan.
It's a good idea. Welcome, Chloe. Welcome. We're just looking at Happy Black Friday. If you're interested in knowing about sales, and we're just also talking about Double 11. Have you heard of this as well?
Yes, shopping day.
Hey, wow, what a day. Look at that. Wow. So that's Singles Day, shopping day compared to Black Friday. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Gosh, just so much. It's really rocketed last year because of the pandemic, just doubled. So really, really big. The biggest shopping day of the year. But yeah, lucky with, just say that the dates, the different dates when you have a specific date. But I guess there's no date that goes with Mama, right? Momo, Mama, no, can't think of any dates. No number goes with Mama. That Baba. Anyway, but how to remember? You've got to. I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? That's not quite. Oh, is that the Western version? That's the international one, of course. Is yours in Taiwan is different? Just yes, May 8th.
The second Sunday in May.
Yeah. May is number 5, isn't it? Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. Not quite work, is it? No. I was gonna say if you think of a mummy. Yeah, so we can't go EE no. No. San. Just no, we can't do that one. Ooh. Leo. Chi. Was that so good? No. Okay. Papa. Jojo. No. Okay. Isa. Too long. No. Yeah. I quite like Chi.
10 is double 10, and that is mentioned.
Chi. So she. Makes sense. Chi. No. Okay. Anyway. That's not quite the same. Probably Chinese New Year, isn't it? Around February time. Anyway, never mind about my Chinese. I know it's confusing. So that's there we go. It's it will be use Google Translate to help. Right. Anyway, we're looking at Robin Williams. Gosh, you probably heard of him, Robin Williams. Yeah, do you have a particular favorite Robin Williams movie at all? I'm just going to close some of these. I was trying to do some research on some of his past there. Robin Williams. Robin Williams. We're looking at top 10 Robin Williams performances. Are you familiar with Robin Williams? He has unfortunately passed away. I don't know if you know reason why, but unfortunately he took his own life. But he's famous for lots of movies. We talked about different styles of movies. And I think, was it Chloe? What type of movie do you like? Your favorite type of genre of movie is movie genre. Okay. Type of movie. I remember.
Humor.
Was it comedy? Was that the one you
Sure.
like?
Comedy, and sometimes I like cartoon like that. Japan.
Oh yes, anime, isn't it? Something like that, or some they're very beautiful movies. And Sophie, what sort of movies do you like? I think you like personal real movies, is that right?
Well, basically, I love drama. I love drama, and sometimes I love documentary.
Yes, documentaries. Yes, anyway, yeah, this is some of the movies that Robin Williams, and he also depicted some types of characters that happened in the past as well. But he also sometimes adds some humor into it as well. But he was particularly well known for his comedy, and I think one that will stand out in most people's eyes is Good Morning Vietnam. This Good Morning Vietnam was one that really stood out to be a very one that broke through into the box office. Mrs. Doubtfire. So he's a very sort of comical person. Yeah, he also had some personal demons as well, but he was very, very funny, very sharp. He also did a lot of stand-up comedies as well, stand-up comedian. So he's a very funny person. We have a list of, yeah, right. So anyway, let's have, yeah, Dead Poets Society, Good Morning Vietnam. Yeah, there's, right, okay, there's quite a few, but we're going to have a look at some of his performances, and just want to watch you. He is a bit of an outrageous character as well. So just what's it called? I forgot the word now, but when you you're gonna spoiler, just a spoiler, just to let you know that he does flash his bottom in this one as well. So better than the back than the front. So let's watch this. I think he's got some, but you'll see some of his movies and see which one sort of you may have seen before or heard of. Let's have a watch.
Hi. Welcome back. He's known for his impersonations and manic stand-up, but he also shines in dramatic roles. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for Robin Williams' top 10 performances. I do voices. 10. Armand Goldman, The Birdcage. You'd think a movie this screwball would be licensed for Williams to showcase his brand of manic comedy, but no. He turns in a restrained performance as a drag club owner whose son is marrying into an ultra-conservative family. Opposite Nathan Lane's screaming queen, Williams is the straight man, pun intended, who blends comedy and kindness.
Get the goddamn pinky down. All right, make your fingers like iron, all right? Yeah, stop trembling. Hold the knife boldly.
While he mostly keeps himself in check, he does let fly sometimes.
You do an eclectic celebration of events. You do Fosse, Fosse, Fosse. You do Martha Graham, Martha Graham, Martha Graham, or Twyla, Twyla.
Number 9, Seymour Cy Parrish, 1 hour photo. Williams earned rave reviews by stepping far out of character to play a photo technician who develops an unhealthy obsession with a young family.
Snapchat was originally a hunting term.
Usually effervescent comedian tones himself down so much, Cy practically disappears with a forgettable face and voice that hide his anguish and isolation. By making us sympathize with this creepy character, Williams proves he can channel his energy into both comedy and thrilling drama.
Pictures.
Number 8, Vladimir Ivanov, Moscow on the Hudson.
Hello, mister. May I buy lamb chop?
Sure thing, mister.
Flaunting his ear for accents, Williams becomes a sensitive Soviet saxophonist who defects while visiting New York, which means he completed crash courses in both Russian and sax playing.
You tell me now, if I were Don Older, I should go back to Moscow, stand in line for bread. Stale bread.
This early dramatic role earned Williams a Golden Globe nomination, as he uses his eccentric and endearing qualities to fade into the part of an immigrant who's confronting culture shock and the difficulties of building a new life.
Hey, you say, okay, mister.
Number 7, the genie Aladdin.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Williams and cartoons are a match made in heaven, thanks to his rapid-fire improv and stream of consciousness comedy.
Here's the deal.
The medium allows him to zoom between impersonations, musical numbers, and improvised dialogue. In fact, most of the genie's lines are ad-libbed. While kids may not get all his jokes, both young and old love this movie thanks to Williams' contributions. His performance was so out of this world, a special Golden Globe was created to honor him.
You're a prisoner? It's all part and parcel of the whole genie gig.
Phenomenal outfit power.
Number 6, Dr. Malcolm Sayer, Awakenings. In the most understated performance of his career, Williams portrays a doctor who discovers a miracle drug that temporarily cures a group of catatonic patients.
When you wake up in the morning, it'll be the next morning. Promise.
The normally unrestrained actor is borderline geeky in this emotional real-life story. His shyness and introversion are indicated by subtle body language rather.
Oh, okay, guys.
All out.
Sorry. Oh dear. I'll just continue.
The
Come on.
most understated performance of his career, Williams portrays a doctor who discovers a miracle drug that temporarily cures a group of catatonic patients.
When you wake up in the morning, it'll be the next morning. Promise.
The normally unrestrained actor is borderline geeky in this emotional real-life story. His shyness and introversion are indicated by subtle body language rather than dialogue. Williams' uncluttered work anchors the movie and earned him another Golden Globe nod.
Your medicine could be taken away. They can do that. You could wake up in the morning and it won't be there.
Number 5, Harry the Fisher King. This role was made for him.
You're out of your mind. Bingo. Yeah. Come on, Jack. Free up, little guy. Let him flap in the breeze.
Williams landed his 3rd Oscar nomination and his 3rd Golden Globe win by playing an unbalanced but kind-hearted homeless guy with a tragic past in this Terry Gilliam masterpiece.
Let's do it. Right here. Let's go to that place. I'll see you on the hold my magic wand and free your golden orb right now.
Showing he can easily lean towards insanity, Williams goes all out, but also shines during quiet moments.
I have a hard on for you the size of Florida.
He and Jeff Bridges both excel amid Gilliam's theatrics in this heartbreaking tale of compassion and redemption.
Wow.
4, Daniel Hillard, Mrs. Euphigenia Doubtfire, Mrs. Doubtfire. All that gear would be restrictive, but Williams' talent, dynamism, and insanity burst through the mask, wig, muddled accent, and fat suit, and earned him another Golden Globe. Mrs. Doubtfire showcases everything we love about Robin Williams.
But it's certainly a rough meeting, and it's not going very well for me, I'll tell you that.
And he is definitely able to sell it as both the dedicated father who'll do anything to see his kids and the eccentric but strict British nanny.
Oh, sir. I saw it. Some angry member of the kitchen staff. Did you not kitchen? Oh, the terrorists around that way. It was a run by Fruity.
Number 3, John Keating, Dead Poets Society.
You can also imagine maybe John Wayne is Macbeth going, well, is this a dagger I see before me?
Williams brings the classics to life as an unconventional, idealistic prof at an exclusive boarding school and earned an Oscar nod for his work.
Only in their dreams can men be truly free. It was always thus, and always thus will be. Tennyson?
Film may not have won every critic's praise, but it's a high point on Williams' resume that cements his place as a dramatic force. At his best, when he's playing against type, Williams and his simple, controlled performance definitely seize the day.
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. The Latin term for that sentiment is carpe diem.
Number 2, Adrian Cronauer.
Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
This film balances the elements that make Williams great. As an army DJ during the Vietnam War, he's able to go off the rails with ad-libbed monologues.
What's the weather like out there? It's hot. Damn hot. Real hot. Hotter than this hot. Short, I can cook things in it. Crack pot cooking. Can you tell me what it feels like? So and hot. I told you damn. When you're born on the sun, it's damn hot.
But he also treats the seriousness of war with dignity and brings authenticity to the role. His hyper energy is put to excellent use, and for that reason, this Williams masterpiece earned him his first Oscar nod and a Golden Globe.
We're having a major difficulty in finding the enemy. What do you look for them? Well, we ask people, are you the enemy? And whoever says yes, we shoot them.
Number 1, Sean McGuire, Good Will Hunting. Williams finally took home Oscar Gold for his vital supporting role as a counselor to Matt Damon's troubled Will Hunting. This film has none of the manic comedy that made him famous in Mork and Mindy, though he did improv such hilarious dialogue, he made the cameraman laugh and shake the shot.
Here's the fun. Something I shared. And I was so loud I woke the dog up.
Instead, Williams presents the most sincere, gentle, and human performance of his career.
I look at you. I don't see the poses of confidence, man. Yeah, cocky, scared, shitless kid.
Do you agree with our list?
Oh, what the fuck am I watching here?
Which is your favorite Robin Williams performance?
My name is Dr. Phil. I'll be your surgeon. Oh, there you are.
For more top 10s about your favorite actors, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
All right, guys. Okay, some very interesting movies there that he's covered. First of all, does any of those, have you seen any of those movies at all? Any of those movies? Aladdin at all? Is that one that you may have heard of? Yes, I think might be Chloe. I think it's the genie Aladdin. Aladdin, you probably have seen. He really took over this role as the genie, and even now there's been another one with Will Smith. Is this the one you've seen, Sophie? Have you heard about the Will Smith version?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's yeah, right. So interesting is that Will Smith, he's a funny character, Will, different personality, but he does follow some humor that Robin Williams brought from the cartoon itself. So Robin Williams really brought a lot of that character, and so as a base, and it was so strong from that movie, The Genie, in Aladdin, in the cartoon version. He really brought a lot to the character, and that now is actually, he wasn't the main character, obviously, in the movie, but because of his performance was so powerful, even as a part-time character, he actually became the main character of the screen, of the play itself. It's quite interesting. Sometimes you do get some performances that were not planned to be the main character, and they're not, but they come across as being one of the major characters. I thought I'd bring attention to the ad lib. You might have heard that in the video. Ad lib. I'll just double check if we got that right. Ad lib?
Ad lib.
Ad lib. Or maybe I'll just go ad lib. Right. Ad lib. Is it double B, I think? Ad lib, it's unprepared. You just make it up as you go along. So it's usually ad lib 1B, something which is said without having planned or written beforehand. So he would have a base script with Robin Williams, and then he would make it up. A lot of it, because he was like a stand-up comedian, you got to really think fast, don't you, as a and that's the thing, that's what he was really good at. He would add to the script. The script writer will come up with ideas and write a script, but then he would make it more stylish. And I think particularly another example of that was Good Morning Vietnam, where he really did add some character to this Adrian Cronenberg, where he really did make an iconic, in fact, at the time, I don't know when this was, when it came out, obviously, the premiere date. Not sure when, it was a long time ago, but premiere, this might have been, 1988. Can't remember if many cell phones were around at the time. I can't think so. No, I think it wasn't, but I've heard it on a cell phone at the time. Well, I'm not saying at that time, but the cell phone wasn't used. It was too early, but I think there was some alarms that had Good Morning Vietnam. It's like he had this, and the sound was from that actual movie, and it was just so iconic. It was really good. If you are going to see one of his performances, I think it's really quite hilarious. I must admit, I've seen some of these, and it still cracked me up. Actually, I was looking at the one about it's about the stale Moscow in Hudson. Was it stale bread? I think he says bread. Stale bread, stale. I don't know if you've terrible, but stale bread, stale. I hope you've never had any, but stale bread. Yeah, stale. Sometimes when bread has been left, ever tried any? Have you accidentally had any stale bread before? Stale bread. Not sure that I got any pictures here. Oh, not quite going on. Yeah. Yeah, before it goes off, stale bread is usually when it gets dry, it starts to get like, it's just been out, it hasn't, if you don't cover it, it'll just get hard, or it's just then got some sort of, the taste doesn't, seems a little bit, hard to say, but yeah, obviously it's gone off, it's stale. But yeah, stale bread. Anyway, in this, it was this. I just thought, it almost cracked me up when he was talking about expressing having to queue up for bread, and then the other Russian guy says stale bread, so queuing up for rotten bread. So it's just adding to the humor, and that probably was an example. I think it was where he brought that to the script. It wasn't just good enough just to do the script. He would add more to it. Yeah, so Robin Williams, yeah, so that's the genie, Chloe, that's the genie Aladdin, that's the one you've seen. Aladdin,
Yes.
yeah. Genie Aladdin, yes. Can I just ask you your thoughts then? The genie, was that probably what part of it was the most fun part of the movie for you? Animation movie.
When you touch the lamp and this guy Aladdin will go out, go from the lamp, and you can wish wish for your wish.
Yes, Gosh, if you had three wishes, wow. I have a little joke about that one. That I think it was
Yeah.
was it like a manager and two of his workers were going for lunch, and they walked across the field, and one of the workers said, one of the, it's like an engineer, so, oh, found the lamp, found a lamp, and so he rubs it, and the genie comes out and says, oh, thank you, I grant you each one wish. So the engineer says, well, I want to have my own boat, I want to have endless riches, I want to look like Brad Pitt, and you know, and never get fat, you know, just be endless fun, not have to work again, you know. Boom, is there. Next one says, yeah, I want the same, but I don't like boats. I like to have a mansion house, a castle, okay, and everything provided. No have to work again. Boom, he's on his way. Manager says, yeah, I need them both back at 2 o'clock for a meeting. So basically they have to say, I want them back at work at 2 o'clock this afternoon. They have to join my meeting. Boom. So unfortunately their golden dream has it's been destroyed. Anyway, they have to be back at work next in the afternoon. Anyway, yeah, I was going to say, if you had three wishes, what would they be? If your three wishes, yeah, Sophie, what would be the three wishes? A wish, if you had a wish.
If I have a wish,
Wish.
it was like if I have three wishes, you know,
Yeah.
just like the same circumstances in the movie. I told my mom when I was young, like, first I want to be rich. Second, I want to be maybe the prettiest girl
Mhm.
in the world. And third, I'm going to tell the genie that I want to have another three wishes and keep going on like a loop. You know, I can have endless wishes. And my mom said like, oh gosh, you're such a clever girl. And it was like, oh my gosh, I have so many wishes. And you know, I can ask him like, I want to have another three wishes, and it will become endless. Yeah.
I think somebody said that about I think it was an Irish guy says he wants to have a bottle of beer, but it never ends. You know, it's just he has to keep. You can drink it, but it's still always there. Chloe, if you had three wishes, any idea if you had to say to the genie, okay?
First wish, I want to wish for healthy for my family, and second one is earn more money. And the third one, I want Aladdin give me three more wishes.
The genie to get three more wishes. Yes, that's very true. It's a very smart thing, isn't it? First wish, I want to have endless wishes. Okay. Yes, that's yeah, very, very good. Yes. So it's an interesting story about his life. Yeah, unfortunately, that's with the difficulty with Robin Williams is the pressure that he found with being a comedian made it quite stressful. I think that he put a lot of pressure on himself. Very funny guy, very, very witty, very smart. But then he also had some struggles. So he did sort of find it very hard to be funny. I think maybe it must be quite difficult when everyone expects you to be funny all the time. You know, it must be quite difficult. You know that there's also that danger of being stereotyped. I think that's stereotyped. That's STRO. Yes, stereo. stereotyped, that's right, stereotyped, because he is a funny character, is Robin Williams, but sometimes his movies became a little repetitive. He's also really good in Jumanji. I was a little surprised that they didn't have him listed in Jumanji. He was a big character there as well. And that's now recently been a remake as well, Jumanji. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Jumanji, The Next Level. That also recently come out. And so, yeah, he's put in a lot of character performances that made the wish to have another movie. So he's created some new characters in movies that have now been kind of semi-copied with some remakes. And so, yeah, he's done this, but he's always got a lot of humor, very funny. But then sometimes that movies for him can be quite difficult to branch out with something different. So he had to try to work on different ways to break out. And Dead Poet Society was one where he tried to, but you couldn't take him seriously. It was so funny. So that was one of the challenges he had. But unfortunately, he did struggle with some mental issues. He also had problems with alcohol addictions and things. So, and I think there must have been some pressure, must have got to him eventually. It's a real shame, but yeah, I think, was it 2014? I think it was 2014. Robin Williams, was it? Yeah, August 11th, 2014. Yeah, he passed away because of pressure. He took just somehow, maybe it was some mental pressure he had, took his own life, unfortunately. So, but he was a funny guy, one of the funniest performers, very, very witty. I do recommend having a look at one of his movies. I'm sure you know, Chloe, from Genie. So there's a lot of funny characters that, yeah, even Funny Feet, in Funny Feet as well.
Happy Feet.
Happy Feet. Yeah.
Mhm.
Happy Feet, great movie.
So
and
cute.
Robin Williams, Happy Feet. I don't know. This it's. I think he's got some Robin Williams. Yes, here we go. Let's just have a short clip. You'll recognize his voice.
Oh, no, John, you are here without your parents. This is kidnapping. Now go. Show.
But we can't.
Huh?
The future says
Did you work?
you see it.
No.
Plants the land.
No.
No happy feet.
What?
No happy feet. We're rebels. We can thrill and place this next.
Oh, thank you. This guy. All right. I want a big fish, big little one. Oh, and some of those tiny crustaceans. You know, the little ones that go.
Oh, yeah. When the wedge is fluffy,
What?
Fluffy don't float.
But it's too high. I'm gonna leap a puppy.
Oh, dude, the water's right there. Let's
Okay, it's too cold for a hot blood like me. We're going to don't push me. But you don't tell me, okay? Yeah. Oh.
I think, yeah, he adds a few things into his characters, but yeah, there are a lot of things that he brought, and I think it was very good with animations as well. I think his characters, but he's very good with expression. So I think that's something that you'll be able to look out for when you see Robin Williams in a movie as one of the characters. You'll really enjoy that. I think you'll find that's very, very fun. But yeah, that's one of the many movies that he has performed in. But I was thinking of another character in there, but I can't remember where it was now. I think it was this character I think he's supposed to be some sort of spiritual leader. I think he was a spiritual leader, and I think he really made it his own character. Very, very funny, and I think this again made it so funny was the movie there. This is one where he tries to lead the an audience. He's trying to let's call it spiritual leader amongst and I said you're healed, you know, you're free or something, you know. He comes out with these expressions, and it's all part of his, and you can almost see his character through even the animation characters that you see. Anyway, have a look out for any of his movies. They're sometimes really exciting and very, very expressive the way he does that. We've got a few here, some of the clips that's rated at the top 10 by Mojo. Aladdin is up there. The Awakenings, that's supposed to be about being a doctor. Yeah, there's quite a few. Good Morning Vietnam is one of my favorites. Good Will Hunting, just trying to help people through study, through their education, and to learn to identify themselves, to learn to become more aware of themselves. So it's like growing up. So it's how he expresses himself and guidance to his students. It's quite interesting the way he presents himself there. Right, guys. Well, anyway, I've run over time as I usually do, so sorry about that. Some interesting films, but certainly when it comes to animation, he's one of the best for that. So look out for his name in some movies. So anyway, guys, enjoy what's left of Black Friday or Cyber Monday. That's happening on Monday. But otherwise, Chloe, Sophie, have a great weekend. It's been good to see you. I'll be back next week. I've been a bit busy this week, but I should be back on schedule. So welcome to join me again on, I think it's on Tuesday, I think. Otherwise, have a great weekend and hope to see you next week.
Bye.